ZANU-PF was devastated and disturbed by the shooting incident which took place in Chivu, where assailants killed a soldier and injured one, and in the process disarming them and running away with their firearms. The soldiers, as you all know, were on routine duty enforcing lockdown measures which are aimed at mitigating the spread of COVID-19. ZANU-PF condemns unreservedly the killing of our patriotic soldier and the injured one by these, and injuring the one who is hospitalized, perpetrated by these assailants. We are further taken aback by statements of disparagement and ridicule coming from the MDC Alliance rank and file, where they appear to be celebrating the attacks on the security forces while pouring their hearts out for the assailants. We have taken note. We have taken note. I wanted to say to Chamisa and Biti, they should not be like children playing with fire. It will be very dangerous for them. We know what they've been doing. We are not surprised by the stance they are taking. We are aware that the MDC has been training, sending to Serbia and Moldova renegades who are being trained to prepare Molotov cocktails to come and cause mayhem and violence in our country. All very clear that the MDC Alliance as a party worships violence and continues to maintain violent structures which they characterize as vanguard resistance committees, which, as you know, in 2018 we are responsible for the orgy of violence and also for the 14 to 16 January last year violence. They perpetrated violence in our streets, in our communities, targeting security forces and innocent ZANU-PF members. I wanted to say to BT and Chamisa, don't play with fire like little children. You must proceed forthwith to dismantle your violent structures. We also wanted to call upon those countries, Serbia and Moldova, who host such violent training. We also wanted to call upon those countries which we know, which are funding the perpetration of these violent activities, training people like they are a militia, like they are soldiers outside the borders of Zimbabwe. And you think that ZANU-PF government will tolerate that? We will not tolerate. And I'm sure that when they do, like the assailants, the chief assailants, the security forces will account for them, each and every one of them. And there should be no complaining to anyone when people who have been trained in Moldova and Serbia come on our shores and are accounted for. We should not receive any complaints from anybody, including the US ambassador. ZANU-PF is grateful to our security services who have risked their lives daily to maintain peace in our country. We can condemn in all earnest the attack on the two soldiers. We will not tolerate such attacks on our members of the security. The tracking down of those assailants and their subsequent death should serve during a shootout with law enforcement agents should be taken as a stern warning to all like-minded violent mongers in our society that our security services forces will never allow them to disturb the peace and harmony that we've enjoyed in our country since our independence.